President Donald Trump says he's sending one of his top border officials to Minneapolis to oversee operations after an ICE agent shot and killed another Minneapolis resident over the weekend. We want to warn viewers, video of the shooting is disturbing. Our Lana Zach is live for us in Minneapolis. And Lana, a lot of developments late this afternoon.
That's right, Chris. So many things that are happening. Just moments ago, that court hearing on the lawsuit by Minnesota to try and block Operation Metro Surge, which is the federal government's decision to bring so many officers, around 4,000 federal officers, into Minnesota. That has not had a decision. Remember, the state was trying to ask for a temporary restraining order to pull back some of the forces that were here. Meanwhile, President Trump has said that he is potentially thinking about drawing down some of that federal law enforcement that are in the Twin Cities, but that is according to the governor's office. All of this comes in the wake of that second deadly shooting.
Say his name, Alex Pretti.
As mourners gather at the memorial for Alex Pretti, an intensive care nurse who was shot and killed by federal agents, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and President Trump are trying to come to an agreement to dial back the intensity of Operation Metro Surge. According to the governor's office, the president says he will consider drawing down the number of federal agents in the Twin Cities and instruct the Department of Homeland Security to cooperate with the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehensions in their investigation into the death of Pretti. The 37-year-old was shot and killed by federal agents Saturday morning. Moments before, Pretti was seen holding his phone and arguing with officers. Shortly after, he was hit with chemical spray and tackled. An agent takes a gun from Pretti's waist, and the shooting begins 1 second later. Similar to the shooting of Renee Good, the Trump administration put the blame on Pretti.
He wasn't there to peacefully protest. He was there to perpetuate violence.
But those who knew him, including Father Harry Tatso, say he was known for his kindness.
So don't please pay any attention to the vilification from our national leaders.
Pretti's parents say their son began protesting after Good's killing and thought it was terrible seeing children taken by ICE agents.
He cared about people deeply, and he was very upset with what was happening in Minneapolis and throughout the United States.
President Trump is sending border czar Tom Homan to Minneapolis. And Chris, I also want to let you know that I spoke with a friend of Pretti's, Robert Alber, and he said on that allegation that he was a domestic terrorist that nothing could be further from the truth, that it was preposterous, because he said his friend was somebody that was so kind that if his own children grew up to be like him, he would be proud.
Lana, let me ask you, what do we know about the agents involved in this shooting exactly?
So we heard from Commander Bavino that they are not on desk leave or administrative leave of any kind, that they are still working, but they are no longer working here in Minneapolis. But when it comes to Commander Bavino, CBS News can now report that he is also expected to leave the city.
All right, we'll be following that very closely. Lana Zach, thanks very much.